Whew, I almost ate it. Anyway, it's Friday. So it's time for a walk and talk. Ooh, that could have been bad. I figured today, though, I'd bring you guys with me as I walk into downtown Dallas, which I do every morning, but it's real pretty right now here. Check it out. Isn't that cool? I don't know why, but I've grown to like Dallas. When I first came here, I don't know that I liked it as much. Well, I do know, I didn't. And I got to thinking about reasons why. I think a lot of it was because at the time it was like, I had no friends here. There was no real social structure. I was just a guy who went out and metal detected, that's how I spent all my time. And I'm fine with that. I love that. I do it, but there was always this thing, But as time went on, I started to explore the city more. I met more people. And you're probably like, Joe, why are you saying this? Why are you telling me this, Joe? I didn't ask you for this. I want metal detecting. Well, this week I got interviewed, sorta. And one of the questions was, how did you get started into this hobby? And I ended up going down a rabbit hole, and the rabbit hole basically led to, how do you connect with others in your hobby? And I didn't think that question was that important, but for some reason I started stewing on it overnight, and I got to thinking about these videos that I've been making where I go to these clubs, and some of the responses I've gotten where people are like, I'm gonna come join. And it reminded me that it can be very hard to connect for whatever reason, but most people are friendly. And most people want to have a conversation about things they're interested in. So if you guys have seen these videos and you're interested in joining a metal detecting club, I really suggest you do. If you've seen my videos and you don't care anything about metal detecting, but you're into something else, I encourage you to get involved with a community of people who are into that. Now, for some reason, the topic of how I got into this hobby, it really put me in my feels. Now, I don't know if I really ever told this story, but I'm going to tell you how I got into metal detecting. And then I want you guys to tell me how you got into it. But basically, it was January of 2020. My dad died, and at the time I was living in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I moved from there to Charlotte to help my mom with all that stuff. It's always a mess when someone dies. It's like we knew he wasn't doing well, but it doesn't matter, you try to prepare, you're never prepared for stuff like that. Anyway, and I'm sure if you've lost a parent, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But I was cleaning out his stuff, and it's just, when you're talking about a whole life's worth of stuff, it's a job. But anyway, I came across this Garrett Ace 150 that I had done some kind of Craigslist trade or something for it. I don't know. He had mentioned wanting to get into it. And so I got it and gave it to him. Well, I think he put some batteries in it, played with it a little bit, and that was about it. I would go on to later find out why, but I'm sitting there. By this time, it's March, and things are clearly changing. Anyone who remembers March of 2020. So everyone's at home, and I got to thinking about that metal detector. So I went and I put some batteries in it, and I went out in the yard Well, lo and behold, I started finding coins, one after the other. And I called a buddy of mine, and I said, hey, have you ever metal detected? And he was like, no, but he sort of had the same kind of view. It was like, let's go play with it. So we went over to a park, and the most trashiest park. And we're digging all this junk, but we are digging coins. And I was just hooked. It became immediate. I started like going out every single day with this little Ace 150. And there was nothing else I wanted to do. Well, then I was like, well, I got to get a better detector. There has to be better equipment. And it wasn't long before I realized I had to have a pinpointer. And I got one of these like cheap Amazon pinpointers, and don't even waste your money. Don't even waste your money. Now, this is not an advertisement for any particular brand of pinpoint or anything like that. I know that a lot of people like the Garrett, and I've had a couple of them by this point. My personal favorite is the XP MI6, if you're curious. Also, if you want an XP MI6, feel free to drop over to detectorwarehouse.com. Use code GETTHATTREASURE at checkout. It really helps the channel. Back to the story. So, one thing led to another. I'm finding all this stuff, and I'm finding it with the worst equipment, okay? And I'm not saying the Ace 150 is the worst equipment, but even in 2020, it was not great equipment. It is very entry level. But nevertheless, I was finding tons of stuff. And I was like, well, now we got to step the game up. So I'm looking online. And at the time, I got to run before I get run over. At the time, the two hot machines was the AT Max, the Garrett AT Max, and the Equinox 800. And I was like, well, man, the Hoover boys use the AT Max, and look at what all they're finding. Well, I got the AT Max, and don't get me wrong, I found several gold rings with it. Heavy machine though. And I hunted with it for a while. And if you were to ask me today, was that the right purchase between the two? The Equinox 800 is like a way more versatile and better machine, but I'm not here to talk about that. And then one day, I'm like, I love doing this, but this machine is heavy, and the AT Max is heavy. And I'd seen like different people, especially Europeans, using the Deus. And I was like, man, it looks so light, and it looks like, what is it, the USS Enterprise. And I was like, man, it's just so cool, when it's folded up. It's wireless, and it's just awesome, right? Well, I'm looking online, and someone's got a used ORX for sale. And it was like a really good deal. I think I got the ORX used for like $300. And the moment I picked up the ORX, it was over for the AT Max. And I mean, it was a game changer to me. So light, wireless. Me and the ORX clicked. By the way, ORX still a great machine. Yeah, I mean, I got like the Deus 2 now, and I got the Manicore, but the ORX I would take it hands down any day of the week and kill it with it. You know what I mean? Like, I would go out and just a great machine. And it's a versatile machine in a bunch of different areas too. They originally sold it as being like a gold machine. And if you got the HF coil, I would go home with it today. It's basically a Deus 1 light, really, but just really enjoyed it. I'm getting off track here because I'm having to look around. Let's take a peek where we're at right now. I got to cross the street here in a second, but I was on and off and running with the ORX, man. I started finding silver coin after silver coin. I mean, it was unreal, like how I was killing it with this machine. Now, was it the machine that was allowing me to find stuff? No. I mean, it helps. Yeah, you gotta have a metal detector if you're gonna find the stuff that's in the ground. But it was the will and the drive, like the willingness to dig the targets. I can't tell you how many times I go online, I see these forums and stuff where people are like Facebook. I haven't found anything, what do I gotta do? And the answer's staring them right in front of their face. You just gotta like put the coil over something, and when it beeps, you gotta dig it, and that's it. I know this is a long-winded story, and it probably doesn't need to be, but it's a story that like how I feel compelled to tell. Because I see a lot of people like spending too much time trying to figure out what it is they need to go do a thing. In my case, the thing was metal detecting. But in all the answers, the answer is just go do it. Okay? You don't need to worry about having the best thing. If you look online right now, man, everyone will tell you need to have a Manicore, you need to have a Deus too. And well, if you don't find those things, you're not finding the best stuff. And all that's lies. That's marketing deception. Guys were finding stuff 60 years ago with single tone detectors that when in the presence of metal, it made a sound, okay? They were digging silver coins, they were digging gold rings, digging the same stuff we do today, digging relics. Okay, so do not ever feel like you're in competition with another person for equipment or over equipment, okay? If you want to win that competition, the best asset you have is the willingness to go out and do the thing. Dig the holes, apply for the job. Whatever the thing is, whatever it is you want, you don't need to like cloud up your vision with all the stuff that's being forced down your throat to purchase, okay? You don't need the best camera to make videos. That's another thing too. I get questions from people like, well, you know, I'm like thinking about starting a YouTube channel, which I really don't know why you'd ask me, because I don't make the best videos. This is not the best YouTube channel. I'm also not oblivious to that, but here's the thing though. I'm not stopping making them. I'm gonna keep making them. And no matter what it is, whatever the thing is, you just have to go do it. You don't even have to do it well. How many people have you worked with in your life that don't do anything well and continually get promoted? I mean, come on. We're like in a world full of people who do not deserve promotions. But they just keep moving up the ladder because they keep doing the thing. Oh, I'm coming up on a cool building. Check it out. This is the United States Post Office and Courthouse, and also home to North Irvay apartment homes. Let's walk across the street. Hopefully I don't get killed or hurt. I believe this building was completed in 1928. It's really cool. On my walk back, I'll go through the inside of it and film it. I'm pretty sure the doors are locked right now. Let's see though. They might not be. It's so cool on the inside. Yeah, it's locked. But on the way back, I'll come through. Anyway, the point to this, all of this, is to just get out and go do it. One of my viewers sent me a thing, Ed, by the way. I've sent you 2 bad day bags now. I hope one of them gets to you. It's like this sometimes. I'm not having a problem with mail lately. That's another thing. If you haven't received stickers from me or anything that you've asked for, let me know. I'll make sure that you get it. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah. It sucks being scatterbrained. That's another thing too. You can't let stuff like that stop you. I have the hardest time staying like put together. You can probably tell if you watch these videos. But I just try a little bit and focus and we knock it out. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. It doesn't matter. These buildings, they do it to me every time. I love them. Look at this. Right here, we're at what's called Thanksgiving Square, which is a really cool part of Dallas. And that is right there, that spiral-looking building, is actually a chapel, and on the inside of it, it's full of stained glass that looks up towards the sky. Don't let all these preconceived notions about what you need to do a thing. Very rarely do you need anything good to do a thing. You want to make a YouTube video? Use your cell phone. Use an old camera. Go buy used equipment. They'll be having you think that like, oh, this particular camera, you need this camera. Well, when was The Godfather made? Okay? You can go sit down and watch this, a great movie. And they didn't have anywhere near the kind of like camera technology we have today, you know? Look at Mr. Rogers. You can sit down and watch Mr. Rogers. That thing was filmed on a potato. So, you know, just get out and do it. Get out and dig those holes. You want to find gold rings, dig the holes. You want to get that treasure, you have to actually go get it. A lot of guys want to be pirates. A lot of people don't want to put in the work to be a pirate. So remember that. Now, I know that I've gone on long enough and I've probably cut out little sections of this, but I want you to remember, we're coming up on another giveaway here real soon. The moment I hit 1750, we're gonna give away some Excalibur hand diggers. I got a sheath from Chris Edwards, who it's a really cool handmade leather, get that treasure digger sheath. And we're just gonna do it up. I may give away some other stuff too. I really want to, you know, show appreciation to the people who have helped me so far. I can't thank you guys enough. And speaking of thanking you, if you want stickers or any other swag that I may have at the time, feel free to email me at igetthattreasure@gmail.com and I'll send them to you free of charge. Also, keep sending the favorite finds in. And let me know what you guys are thinking about these club meet videos I'm making. I'm going to do some more of those. I like reaching out and talking to the community, so. We're coming up on the AT&T Discovery District. Check out this big, huge display that they have. I love seeing this thing. I'll come down here on the weekends and they'll play like this like weird music that goes with it. Oh, but look, here's my spot right here. The Flying Horse Cafe. Look at all the people in there working. They make good coffee here. Good morning.
Always tight-lipped about these things. Well, I saw two girls in there yesterday that must have been working for the city.
You know, I kind of wonder sometimes what my dad would think if he knew that it was like the moment where his life ended, my life really started to begin. I mean, don't get me wrong. Clearly, I had a whole life before. But I never really started like doing the things that I wanted to do until that moment. There was something about finding stuff that just like woke me up. And all of a sudden, over the course of time between now and then, I decided that I was just going to start doing the things that I wanted to do. I wanted to make videos. I wanted to do these things. And I wasn't going to let anything stop me. Oh, check it out. Turn around. Dart train. So the moral to all this is, you don't need the best camera. You don't need the best detector. You just need to get out and do it. Go dig some holes. Pursue the things you want to pursue. It doesn't matter if you're the best. Just show up. Showing up will take you so far. Also, I'm coming back up on the post office building. Let's go in. Maybe I should start making more videos like this where we just kind of explore around downtown. I hope it's unlocked this time. It should be unlocked. Let's see. Oh, what's that thing? I got a bad habit of picking up stuff. That's interesting. Oh, it's a tarot card. Queen of Cups. We'll put that in the pocket. All right. Oh, it's unlocked. Look at how cool this building is. Good morning. This is easily one of the coolest buildings in downtown Dallas, in my opinion. I know this video is probably already way too long, but look at all these old, teller slots back when, just imagine, how busy a post office used to be. So cool. Look at the art on the ceiling. Just everything. By the way, there's a space for lease here. Formerly boxed and brewed. Just a really cool spot. Anyway, if you've made it through this video, thank you. Also, if you'd like stickers or any other swag I may have at the time, feel free to email me at igetthattreasure@gmail.com and I will send it out to you free of charge. Also, keep sending in those favorite finds. Did you guys see that video of Francis's 1856 seated half? How cool is that? I want one. I want one of the things. And maybe I'll get one. I'll just keep digging these holes. And you should keep digging these holes or doing whatever it is you do. Just do it. Quit waiting for the right time or the right thing. It's never coming. You have to make it. Anyway, I hope you get out this weekend. I hope you get some treasure. And as always, thank you so much for watching.